What it do, everybody? You already know what it is. It's your boy Ty G back in the building today. Definitely want to say prayers for anybody who's watching this. Make sure to like, comment, and share, subscribe. And we will get straight into the topic, which is what is your reflection? What do you see when you look in the mirror? What do you see from your friends, your counterparts, and the people who you surround yourself with, whether that's daily, weekly, or monthly? And I've had to ask myself this question recently in looking at my circle as I enter a new stage of life. Remember, the friends that we have in high school aren't going to be the same friends that we have in college. The friends that we have in post-grad aren't going to be the same friends that we had in undergrad. The same work friends that we have after we graduate and you leave school aren't going to be the same friends that you had before. And it always tends to be hard for certain people to realize that. And yeah, we have some very important relationships that we've had from the start because those people have grown with us, but we also have those who don't grow with us. And we also have those who don't have the same ideals, they don't have the same mindset, they aren't pursuing the same things in life that you might be pursuing. So we tend to cut those relationships off. But today our question is, what is your reflection? Meaning, what does the circle around you look like? And how does that reflect on you? How do you reflect on others? And I had this thought as I'm reading through the book of Acts and I'm learning about Paul, and we're seeing Paul and the disciples, and they're going to the synagogues and they're all reasoning with the Jews, they're all reasoning with the Gentiles, and they're bringing them closer to God. And in the same way how Paul has that devotion, Paul has that guidance from God, has the Holy Spirit with him, and the disciples are following him, and Paul is discipling others, they're following his reflection. He's making an imprint on them. And they're following what Paul has, because if they want to be around Paul, they understand the value that Paul brings, and they're all pursuing the same thing, which is pursuing God. In that same way, what does your circle of friends, what does your circle of influence, what does your circle around you look like? Do you have those people who might be pursuing things that aren't necessarily the best for you? Are they pursuing gossip? Are they pursuing destroying their bodies, whether that's with partying, whether that's with drugs, whether that's with junk food? Are they pursuing fast money, which you know won't last forever? Are they pursuing things that you know isn't beneficial for you? Or are you around a group of people who can help you improve your life? You might have friends who are in trades, some friends who are in school, some friends who are business owners. Are you learning from them? Is their circle of influence around you leaving an imprint so you want to do more, so you want to do better? And they always say this, you are like the people who you hang around the most with. So if you're hanging out with people who are constantly focused on drug use, gambling, constantly focused on partying and other things, you're going to be associated with that. And you say, oh, but that's not me, I'm the one outlier. Well, look at this example where you have people who could be friends with gang members and they get charged with conspiracy. You might not be a part of it, you might not be doing it, but just because you're associated with it, you're guilty by association. So what is your reflection? How do those around you that you surround yourself with, how are they reflecting on you? Is it things that are bringing benefit to you, that are bringing life, that are helping you go and follow the path that God is leading you to, that you are pursuing? Or is it things that are bringing death to you? And I ask this question because as everybody continues to get older, we're all going through different stages of life at different times. Are the people around you following the reflection that you're trying to portray yourself, that you are trying to build up yourself? Because when you look at the mirror, you know what you look like. But it's how people see you. It's how your circle around you sees you. It's how you see the circle around you. It's how you are influencing others. And yeah, I get it. We have relationships with people who might not be in the best circumstance. They might not have the same moral grasp as I do or you do, or they might not be focused on the same things that you do, but it is a question on, is this relationship going to benefit me as I continue to pursue my goals, my standards that I'm keeping, and is it going to help and benefit me as I go through this new path in this new stage of my life? Because for so many people, we tend to hold on to relationships that don't benefit us as we're going on new stages of life. And then we're surrounded by others who we say, man, I know, but this is just how they always been. And there's a part of you that energy is now coming down, and you're bringing yourself down just to be around that person. And what I mean by bringing yourself down, it's not as a oh, you're better than that person. It's your energy. That light you have in you that God has given you is now starting to dim when you're around that person, because you understand that this relationship is not beneficial for what God has for you. And some of you might be like, who are you to tell me this? Why should I listen to you? I'm here because I've asked myself that question. Ask myself these tough questions, which I think we all should ask. Because everybody every day is getting a day older, is going to a new stage of life every year, every month, whatever it is. And you understand that, okay, is this relationship beneficial for me? The same way as if you have a significant other, is this relationship beneficial for me? Do I see it long term? Do I see a family with this person? Do I see myself safe, and do I trust this person or not? In that same way, are you doing and asking those same questions with the friends and circle of influence that you have around you? Because I am. I understand what benefits I get from having a relationship with those who are doing better than me, who are seeking Christ, who, they could be in a better financial position. Why not learn from them? What does that reflection say? Okay, if I'm in this group and circle of people, my reflection has to be similar to them. I have to be doing something right. In that same way, what does yours look like? What do the people around you look like? What do their actions look like? What is their character like? And it's never going to be easy to grow and have to separate yourself from others, but God calls us to be set apart. God calls us to be set apart. He sets us apart. So it might feel a little uncomfortable and you might not like it. It might not be the best, but guess what? We are called to be set apart. So why would I stay and focus on a circle where the reflection is something that I don't like? When I see it in the mirror, I don't like that. Just like when people, they gain a couple pounds and you look in the mirror and you're not happy with yourself, you don't like that. And you go to the gym and you work out and you run and you do cardio and you put yourself in an uncomfortable position so you can grow, so you can like that reflection, you're going to have to do that same thing with the circle of friends around you, with the circle of influence around you, with whatever is influencing you on your daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis to the year. Because as you go into that new stage of life, you're going to ask yourself that question. You're going to look in that mirror and you're going to know at the end of the day if you like what you see or if you don't. Because you look at it every day. Every day. And you have the choice to be like, man, I like that reflection that I see in the mirror. Yeah, I like it. All right, but I still got some things to work on. Great. You know what? I'm going to go talk to this person, that person. We're going to see where the next steps are. I know what my next steps are. All right, I'm going to go work on it. I'm going to go put that action. I'm going to go put in that work. Or you could say, man, I don't like it, but, work's been hard and, I've recently gone through this hardship. I've gone through that hardship. Maybe this weekend I could go out, distract myself, maybe go drink, maybe go chill, maybe go do something that's going to kind of distract me and not focus on that. And then somehow it's going to get better. No, because that's not going to solve the problem. We know that. We know what we need to do. We know those relationships around us that we need to slowly start to take ourselves away from if we want to improve our reflection. But man, I can't want it for you. Nobody can do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. You have to want it for yourself. But man, thank you for tapping in with me today. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. I got some more coming in for y'all. You already know what it is. I'm out.